What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical average American here today to react and learn about this fun little discussion slash exercise where Canadians have to define Canada in only 5 words or less. So I want to take a look at this Reddit discussion where somebody asked, how would you describe Canada to a non Canadian in 5 words or less? And I thought this sounded like such a fun and also interesting discussion that might be quite useful in really defining what Canada means to Canadians and really cut to the core of what it means in only a couple of words. So let's take a look at some of the top answers here, starting with no, yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Of course, of course. Of course, the first answer is like a troll answer. Oh no, yeah. Wait. Okay, I get it. I mean, it is very Canadian. No, yeah, no, yeah, yeah. You got to say it the right way. I see. Is that how did that get the top number of votes? Seriously. This is what Canada means to Canadians? Yeah, no. Yeah, yeah. Oh, no, yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Excuse me. Very important to get it in the correct order. Yeah, no, for sure. What does this mean, even? This means yes? So, do the no's and the yes cancel out? If you're doing math, if you're doing Canadian math here, these cancel, no and yeah. No and yeah cancel, and you're left with just a yeah. It's a yes. Okay. Next, we have most lakes in the world. Huh. Is that is that really how most Canadians would define Canada to a non-Canadian? Like, that's really cool. Is that true? Canada has the most lakes in the entire world? Canada has so much more water than like I ever realized, I swear. That's a cool fact. Not sure if that is really cutting to the core of what Canada is, but nonetheless, a lot of people seem to enjoy that one. Okay. Cold, but also really hot. these, these are funny. What does this mean even? We all know that it gets very, very cold in Canada. Does it also get very, very hot? On a video I did not that long ago, I was pretty shocked to learn that in some parts of Canada, it can get all the way up to like, what was it, like 35 Celsius? Which I had to do the conversion into American freedom units, no, Fahrenheit, and that's very hot. Canada does get shockingly hot, hotter than I ever imagined. So that's how this person would describe Canada. Cold, but also hot. What are you gonna What are you gonna do? Seasonal depression, then mosquitoes. What is this? Oh, this okay. This is not this is not exactly what I thought the answers were gonna be like, but I'm also not disappointed. This is pretty funny. Seasonal depression, like when it gets very cold. I think that's why it's important for that Canadians get outside even during the big intense winter season. I've seen pictures, memes even, of Canadians like out in the winter, even in like t-shirts and shorts. It's crazy. But I think the point is, you are going to experience seasonal depression if you don't try to get outside during the winter time, because it's easy to just stay in the house and forget about what the outside world even looks like. Seasonal depression, then mosquitoes. Does Canada have a lot of mosquitoes? Is this a thing? Or maybe certain parts of Canada? God, that makes it sound, I'm sorry to say, but this makes Canada sound quite unpleasant. If you're just going off this. This is what you tell non-Canadians? Seasonal depression, then death by mosquitoes. Like, okay. It could be worse. It could be worse. That's all that needs to be said. It could be worse. Sorry, it could be worse. There we go. 5 words or less. It could be worse, eh? It could be worse. What are we even talking about here? Certainly it could be worse. If you're living in Canada, you have it pretty good. Like, of all the places on the planet to be born or to be living, yeah, could be way worse. I agree with that. I don't know if I'm looking into this too deeply, but is this Canadian voicing like some displeasure with Canada? Like, yeah, it's Canada, it could be worse, but that's almost saying like it's not the greatest? I don't know. Am I reading into this too deeply? I don't know. Snowsuit, then shorts, same day. Is this true? I'm really reading into these quite deeply, so correct me if I'm wrong, please. Snowsuit, then shorts. Does that happen all in one day? There are parts of America that are famous for crazy weather swings. There's certain times of the year where when you get up in the morning, it's like far too cold and you want to put long pants and a jacket on, but then the sun comes out and it's warm and you don't want to be in warm weather clothing. That's annoying. That happens here too, though. It is so stupidly big. So is America, by the way. Canada, isn't it the second biggest country to Russia? Canada is big. I don't think a lot of Americans realize how big it is. It is so stupidly big. America's pretty darn huge, too. So we have that in common. I think that's why a lot of Americans don't even travel outside of America much. Because it's really tough to even visit, like, all the stuff that we got here. Let's keep going, though. My home and native land. Is that part of a song? Isn't that part of O Canada? I'm going to be very proud if I get this right. Is that part of O Canada? My home and native land? That's a good one. This might be like the most serious one so far. My home and native land, part of I think that's part of O Canada. My home and native. Okay, I like that. I like that. Beautiful, big, and effing expensive. This one might win the award for most realistic, you could say. Beautiful, big, and really effing expensive. This one might be the most practical answer. If you were going to explain Canada in 5 words or less to a stranger, that's a good one, actually. A little vulgar. They used a curse word. That was one of the 5 words. You're only allowed 5 words. And they felt a need to use it. So that was important. It's really expensive. Is it really expensive? I mean, stuff is getting very expensive here in America, too. But I've learned about some of the Canadian housing prices and grocery and, like, what is it, phone plans are expensive, or yeah, a surprising number of things I've heard about in Canada that are expensive. But it's beautiful and big and that's a good one, actually. I like that. Nice people, not nice geese. It's like it's like this is your one opportunity to explain Canada to me, an American, and you choose nice people. I like that. Then not nice geese. That's one of the most important things to communicate. Nice people, not nice geese. Stay away from the geese. That's three of the 5 words dedicated to warning me about the geese. Okay. Space. Nothing but endless space. Really? Do a lot of Canadians think of Canada this way? Like that there's a lot of empty space? You know, when I look at a map of Canada, sometimes I do realize the provinces are much bigger than I ever realized. Most Americans don't understand this either. when you compare a province to an American state, you could fit like 5 states inside of a single province, I'm pretty sure. Like, they are much more massive. I thought they were the size of a state. That's not true. So maybe there is tons of space. Endless space. Is that how you would define Canada, though? Trees with pockets of a-hole. This one got a surprising number of upvotes as well. Okay. Tim Hortons sucks really bad. What? You know, again, this is not exactly what I expected from this discussion. I wanted some real descriptions of Canada as Canadians see it. The first thing that comes to your mind, 5 words or less. Tim Hortons sucks? Really? Is it that bad? I know some Canadians think Tim Hortons has gone downhill. Like, it used to be really great, and now it's like all corporatized and owned by another company. And Canadian McDonald's uses Tim Hortons' old coffee supplier. Oh, so you can get old Tim Hortons coffee at Canadian McDonald's? Huh. Okay, let's get cold but hot gravy fries. This should seriously be like a poem book, a book of poetry about Canada. Is there a type of poem that's like 5 words? Like what's a sonnet? Or I don't know. But not a quartet, but one more than that. Cold but hot gravy fries. True North, strong and free. There we go. That's a little more serious. True North, strong and free. I like that. For sale to the highest bidder. What does this mean? That's Ontario for sure. What are we getting at here? Is this like going back to the Tim Hortons thing? Like companies, overseas companies, like coming in and buying stuff? Maybe some of the housing being purchased by big corporate conglomerates, or for sale to the highest bidder. Jeez. You know, what is interesting is even though some of these comments are sort of jokes or trying to be funny, some of them like this, I think, are actually giving me a little glimpse into some really real thoughts that Canadians have, or grievances even. Not exactly what I was expecting from this discussion, but insightful nonetheless. Industries are controlled by oligarchies. Yes, like, I didn't know we were going to get into, like, the Canadian economy. Politics. Controlled by the oligarchy. It's pretty nice, eh? Only four words needed. Pretty nice, eh? There we go. That's nice. I like that one. Simple, to the point, true, with a dash of Canadian spice. It's pretty nice, eh? It even asks you a question. Do you think it's nice? Hockey, snow, multiculturalism, Cobra chickens. Okay, lists are accepted in the answers here. Hockey, snow, multiculturalism, Cobra chickens. I like that. That is a very, very Canadian list. I like that. Unleash the Cobra I didn't know you could make text this big. Unleash the Cobra chickens. What? No, please don't. Long winter. Vast wilderness. Big. A lot of people in this discussion are defining Canada just by how huge it is. I really didn't know Canadians thought about Canada like that, how huge it is. A lot of Americans think about the United States as being huge, so it makes sense that Canadians think that about Canada. It's just that I don't ever really look at a Canadian map that much or think about, like, how Canada is spatially organized or the relationship of where the provinces are and how far apart things are. In Canada, that is. So, a lot of people here are talking about how big Canada is. When they're asked to describe Canada, the first thing for a lot of Canadians is like, it is big. It's big and cold. Which makes sense. That's accurate. The Great White North. Classic. colorful like the banknotes. Okay. Think America, but fewer but fewer guns. Nice. No, I thought most Canadians didn't like to define Canada in terms of America. I think most Canadians don't define Canada as, oh, we're like America, but this. Canada is Canada, and America is America. There's some similarities, but this sells Canada short right here. Think America, but fewer guns. There's quite a few more differences than that, but that's funny. That is funny. 5 words are not enough. Oh, clever. Clever. That's in 5 words or less as well. 5 words are not enough to define Canada. I like that. That's clever. A nice place with problems. I like that too. That's how you could define America, honestly. That's exactly how you could define America. Nice place with problems. I would have added plenty of lots of problems, but that would be over 5 words. Unarmed Americans with healthcare. Okay. I mean, we're getting towards the bottom of this now. Not the United... What is going on? Not the United States of America. Do Canadians ever think of it like this? Because Americans, we definitely don't think, how do you define America? Oh, not Canada. Like, no, that's not how anyone views it. Really, really dang cold, but nice. Okay? Native complainers, mostly good though. So people who live in Canada may complain about Canada, but when you compare it to the rest of the world, still a fantastic place. I think that message I'm seeing a bit here. Interesting. Less rich America, less hatred. I like the less hatred part. Less rich America, I guess technically true. The Canadian economy is smaller, but Canada has like 1/9 our population. So of course it's going to be smaller. Less hatred, I like that. I like that. 1-star hotel charging 5-star prices. There's a lot of Canadian criticism going on here. I didn't expect. Too large for 5 words. Freeing winters, mostly nice people. Okay. Passive aggressive. No. I'm gonna stop here. I think that's good. We're starting to get into the comments that only have like 5 votes to them, because they're kind of negative, to be honest. That was fascinating, honestly. I don't mind that there was a pretty big diversity of submissions here. A lot of stuff complimenting Canada. A lot of stuff about how big and cold Canada is. Some criticisms of Canada, even. I guess that just goes to show you when Canadians are asked to define Canada, there's a lot of different opinions, depending on who you are. And that makes total sense. But I have to say I enjoyed this. It did give me some pretty interesting insights to what Canadians are thinking right now about Canada, actually. And it was a fun exercise. So anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your opinion in 5 words or less. How would you define Canada? That would be very, very interesting to hear about. More of that. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and Canadian culture and learning things about Canada for the first time, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.